Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Hacking Open Source Business Podcast. I'm one of the hosts, the host, Matt Yonkovit, joined once again by co-host Avi Press. And today we are joined by Nikhil Nandagopal from Appsmith. Nikhil, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me on the show, Matt and Avi. It's really nice to be here and to chat with you about open source and Appsmith.
Okay. Now, Nikhil, I promised that I'd be nice. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the opposite of what we normally do, which is we're going to start with a whole bunch of rapid fire questions. And I have a list of 100 questions that I'm going to ask you in the next 10 minutes. Are you ready? What? No, Avi, you can't tell him I'm kidding. No, this is true.
He looked very scared.
No, he was not scared. You weren't scared, Nikhil, were you?
No. Bring him on.
Okay, fair enough. So maybe just tell the listeners where you're from. See, that's pretty easy.
Hey, so I'm from Bangalore, India. I was born and raised here. I pretty much grew up over here, did all my education right here in India.
Well, so it's late for you, very late. So we appreciate you coming on. We do appreciate that. But how's the weather at this time?
It's actually pretty good. It's really cool. I think it's about 23 degrees out to Celsius out there. And it's really lovely weather.
Lovely. It's always nice when you can have a nice, cool evening. Sometimes it just gets unbearably hot some places in the evening, and it's hard to sleep, hard to get any sort of work done. But switching tactics a little bit, you're currently the CTO, is that correct, and founder, or are you just the founder at Appsmith?
Yeah, I'm the founder and chief product officer here.
Chief product officer, okay. And so that was not your first job, though. So where does a chief product officer and founder start? What was your first job?
Oh, okay. So my first job was as an engineer, actually. So I started my career as a mobile developer. I built Android applications.
Oh, so does that mean your preference is for Android over Apple?
That's a hotly debated topic at Appsmith, and I think because I have been an Android developer for the majority of my career, I do prefer Android.
Okay, fair enough. So going back to those first, what is your first Linux distribution?
The first, that's really hard. I think it was SUSE. I think it was OpenSUSE. Yeah.
Oh, OpenSUSE. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Mine was Slackware. I've said that before on this show. Like most people are like, Slack what? Or if they do know Slackware, they're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. It's so hard, right? So it's definitely one of those things. Avi, you were gonna say you were gonna make fun of me, weren't you? Avi,
I was going to say, wow, like you made it past the installation. That's very admirable.
Yeah, it was on floppy disk too, if that helps. But I date myself. I'm very old that way. So, Nikhil, what sort of movies do you watch? Do you have a favorite movie that you'd like to share with all of us?
Oh, a favorite movie? I don't know. Actually, I don't really watch too many movies, to be honest. If I had to pick a favorite,
or you could go books. If there's a favorite book that you have, something that you've read recently, that might be good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think one of my favorites is The Hard Thing About Hard Things. I think that's just a super go-to book for me. I'm still trying to think of a movie because I think I should have one.
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe as we go, a movie will pop into your head, and during another, when we're talking, you'll just be like, "Yes, it's fill in the blank." Which would be great. It always makes for great, entertaining conversations. Yes. And so because Appsmith is open source, you must have a favorite open source tool that you could not live without. So if you had to pick one of the open source tools you use on a regular basis outside of your own that you've built, what would you say is your favorite tool or the most used tool that you have?
It would probably be Sentry. I think it's the bread and butter of the engineering team. Just incredible platform, to make sure that you're able to catch every single bug and make sure that the product is bug free. I'd say I just really love Sentry.
Oh, nice. Oh, awesome, very nice. And so, if you were going to, you started Appsmith, you were part of this founding team. Was there a company that you admired or that you looked at as an example of we want to be that company in the future, or be like that company?
Oh, for sure. I think GitLab comes to mind.
Okay.
we modeled a lot of our core principles and beliefs around GitLab, everything from like our pricing model, which is open core, to how we thought about, how, what features should be paid versus what should not. So how we thought about just how do we set the, the culture of the company and what we believe in, how do we operate as a remote team, or remote first team. And, all of that, I think GitLab is definitely a company we really look up to.
Yeah, they've got that great handbook that they published where it's like all of their company processes are just public. I know so many people who use that. Yeah, very influential.
Absolutely. It's super helpful for other budding startups that are just trying to understand how the world of open source works and how do you run a company that's literally building in public and trying to get it right. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. So, completely random question because the random generator popped this up. You're at a conference, and I know that you speak at conferences, right? You've spoken at conferences. So if they are going to have you walk up on the stage and they say, what music do you want to walk up to? What song do you pick?
Okay.
This one always throws people for a loop.
Yeah,
it does.
Really does.
And it's great because we get so many interesting answers. So,
I don't know. Maybe I just want to rock on to my own music. So maybe it would be something like AC/DC, probably.
Okay, I am an AC/DC fan.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes,
So,
I've actually seen them live like 7 times. So
Whoa.
I think
that was before. Yeah.
I think I'll probably come on stage to rock or bust because it's either going to be rock or bust if I'm at a conference.
Oh, that's awesome! That's awesome! That's awesome! And we'll close out the rapid fire questions with the most controversial of all, which is, what text editor or editor are you using for code nowadays?
Honestly, so I've moved to product a lot, and funnily enough, I think it's still VS Code at times, but I'm trying to use a lot of online IDEs. So I've actually been using CodeSandbox a lot because I just like to avoid the whole setup, the whole setup process today. So when I just want to make like quick edits, I just use CodeSandbox mostly.
Ah, awesome! See, look, Nikhil, you survived.
You did.
You survived rapid fire mode.
Yeah,
that bad?
I think you definitely took it easy on me.
That's true.
Wait a minute. Now I gotta. Oh, that's like throwing down the gauntlet. That means I'm challenged for the next.
We're gonna
time.
ask harder questions throughout the rest of the
No, I mean,
if anyone
except for the movie one, I think I was just thrown with that. I think.
Oh, okay. Well. So everybody in the future who gets those rapid questions when they become harder, you know who to blame now.